It's the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. And this, a pivotal Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals. We're at Pepsi Center in downtown Denver. Tonight, it's the Denver Nuggets playing host to the LA Clippers. Hi, everyone. Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, you look at the Clippers coming into play. They held their ground in the first two games at their place. Now the test begins as they take the 2-0 lead on the road.
And you know, the first two games held the form, but now the series shifts. So this crowd is going to need to give them everything they can for an advantage. Even though this isn't a must-win, they need to play like it is because you don't want to be down 3-0.
Murray into the front court. Down just a couple. Marcin Gortat sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Beverly, his first effort, off the mark. Deep right corner, has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
But if great shooters keep getting open looks, it's a matter of time before they start knocking them down. You have to start contesting some shots.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
And he misses that one free throw. To Jokic. Not that time. LA Clippers with the basketball. Probing the defense. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's a Prob City.
Trying to cash in. Shot for Jokic. No good. To George. Here comes the screen. George. Paul George is going to get 3 shots here. A career 84% free throw shooter. First one goes down. And he hits the second. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. Now the Nuggets signaling for timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Leonard to Paul George. Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is going to get a chance at 3 here. He struggled so far and hits the first free throw. Knocks down the second free throw. Perfect from the line. Hits all 3 of them. Nuggets have the possession. To Jokic. Great dish to set it up. They get it down to Millsap. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Just remember an old saying here. You're only as good as your last shot, and your last shot went in. So it's time to get going.
To George. Leonard. To Paul George. Beverly. Off the mark. He gets it.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Beverly. Leonard. To Beverly. Paul George. Paul George missed his first. That one goes.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Murray into the front court. They find themselves down 10. Shot won't go. Tough move in close quarters with the crossover. Leonard. The hot shooting continues. He's got 12 in the first quarter, including that trifecta.
And Ed, did you see how quick his release was? There was no wasted motion from the waist up.
Murray with the basketball. His guys trail by 13. Montrezl Harrell. Huge block. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Millsap. To Jokic. Gets it in the right corner. From long range. That'll humble the rookie. Porter Jr. off the mark. Here comes the screen. George. To Beverly. LA with 4 to shoot. For 3. He made his first effort, but not that time. Clippers have got it. Leonard. It's no good. Shot's not going down. To Millsap. Montrezl Harrell. Tips it. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Denver with 4 to shoot. Slam dunk.
As a defender with inferior athletic ability, there's really not a lot you can do when you're outside the restricted area and you're caught lost in space.
Leonard to George. Oh, had him going there for a second. Leonard to Paul George. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Leonard can't go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Paul Millsap at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 73%. There it is. Nikola Jokic with the putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Leonard. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Gets a look. Can't hit. To George. Beverly. Oh, he had him there for a second. Leonard. Tough shot. He hits.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Murray with it. His guys currently down by 13. Oh, Nikola Jokic. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
Old school equals high percentage.
Leonard to Beverly. To Leonard. Paul George. Down to 5 on the 24. George, man, that was a tough shot. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively, he makes those clutch shots. It re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
To Beverly. George. Leonard. Cleaning the end of putback slam.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Jokic. Deep 2 there, won't go.
Look, sometimes it takes a little while to get into the flow of the game. During the next timeout or during the next break in action, take the ball, go shoot it. See the ball go through the net a couple of times.
To Beverly. George. He made his first effort, but not that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Beverly into the front court. His guys leading by 14. Leonard to Gortat. Beverly to Leonard. Slams it home on the putback.
Ed, it's still early in this game, but you can't send the wrong message to the offense by letting them think they can own the glass.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Denver as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Got it! Knocked it away!
Oh! Some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
George here against Jeremy Grant. Williams to Paul George. Here comes the screen. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. George. Now that's a contest. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Misses the second as well. Fires the 3. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
It's LA Clippers ball. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. George, he was all over him. Martin into the front court. Down a dozen. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
To Williams. Nikola Jokic with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Oh, a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Jokic. He throws it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Kawhi Leonard, defended by Jeremy Grant. Here comes the screen. Probing the defense. Leonard. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Martin into the front court. Right now, down 7. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot from the lane won't go. Williams to Korver. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
And the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Will Barton has got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. Can't connect on the first free throw. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Nothing going here on that drive. Driving right to the basket. Leonard. Well defended. Barton into the front court. Down 8. Kawhi Leonard swats it. Clippers have the basketball. Long key from 3/4 court. That's the end of 1 here in game number 3. Jay and I are back after this. It's the Western Conference Finals on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Murray into the front court, trailing by 11. Oh, denied!
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Parker into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Williams. Leonard. Tony Parker. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Murray into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, You can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Nothing going here on that drive. Murray with the basketball. Trailing by 10. Slam dunk, Will Barton. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Tony Parker. He's 2 for 2 now.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Barton into the front court. They find themselves down 10. Here comes the screen. Montrezl Harrell rejects it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
The shot almost. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Denver ball right now.
I got ball. It's all me.
And look out.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Parker with it. His team leads it by 10.
Screen coming left. Screen coming left. Yep.
LA with 4 to shoot. Parker. Not that time. He missed it. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Williams across the timeline. His team on top by 8. To Parker. Williams. Oh, had him going there for a second. Tony Parker. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Now whistle. Timeout for Denver as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Will Barton trying to cash in on the 3-point play. Shooting 66% in this contest. To Parker. Beverly. Over to the right side. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Short jumper off the mark.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Parker. Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Barton into the front court. 9-point margin. Kawhi Leonard able to recover with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Leonard. Beverly. To Parker. Leonard. Parker. No good. To Leonard. Parker. off the mark. No good. Kawhi Leonard snatching it out of the air.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
To Parker. Leonard. Oh, pass stolen by the Nuggets. Patrick Beverly pins it.
Continuous effort is the key for your team's success. No one this entire ball game has quit on a play. That right there, that's what's going to help your team win this game.
Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Leonard to Beverly. Fires the three. Second effort. Has a look. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Has a chance. Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
The okey doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4 to Parker. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Leonard. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Cruises inside for 2.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Timeout called here by the Clippers. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Leonard. Offensive board. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Nuggets with the basketball. Montrezl Harrell with a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
George. Oh, he hits a 3.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Jokic. To Porter. Lays it up and in.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
LA with 4 to shoot. George buries it into 3.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
It's Denver's ball. Jokic. Harris against Paul George. To Jokic. Almost unlucky bounce. Nothing going here on that drive. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. George He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Montrezl Harrell sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Down to 5 on the 24. Paul George to Gortat. Short jumper misses. To Will Barton. And finishes strong. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
LA with 4 to shoot. Beverly. Oh, Millsap sends it away. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Montrezl Harrell, huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
It's LA Clippers ball. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Leonard. Oh, emphatic slam. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Murray with it. Trailing by 14. To Jokic. Jamal Murray buries the wide-open 3. That's too easy.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Here comes the screen. LA with 4 to shoot. George, he continues to light it up from downtown. 5 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and what's shocking, Ed, is that he's gotten so many open looks. Look, stay down in the stance, stay disciplined, stop losing him, stay attached to his hip, and force him to put the ball on the ground off those curls and finish over your bigs.
Beverly into the front court. They lead it by 14. To George. Here comes the screen. Beverly. That's good D. Shot no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the...
It's good, and it gets them closer as we reach the end of the first half. So the two teams will head to the locker room as we reach the break here in game number 3. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Clippers will start the second half with a decent lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Nuggets were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game.
Game track. Blocks.
The Los Angeles Clippers have been making the kind of defensive impact that can affect the team minimally. After a lot of those blocks, you'll start to see guys more hesitant and second-guessing shot opportunities.
Player of the half.
Kawhi Leonard has been a defensive force in this matchup. If he's not stealing the ball, he's swatting it. And that combination has made for an incredible half.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here we go with the top from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Murray into the front court. His guy's down 11. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
George. The pass set it all up.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Nuggets have the possession. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Gary Harris at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Leonard. No good. That's great defense.
Notice that the defense isn't giving him as much space anymore. They're crowding him every time he catches the ball and really getting into his legs defensively.
Rebound taken in by the Nuggets. To Porter. Got it.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Kawhi Leonard. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Denver's got it to Millsap. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
play with 4 to shoot. Leonard to Gortat. Yes, Marcin Gortat. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Jokic. Runner's good there.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
To Leonard. Trying to cash in, scores from the post.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Leonard. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Murray into the front court. His guys trail by 10. To Jokic. And look out. Big finish at the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Paul George to Gortat. Shot from in close, no good. Nuggets have the possession. Takes it coast to coast, and the strong finish at the rim. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Tough shot, and nearly a chance at a 3-point play. No foul.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Yes, Marcin Gortat. 3 for 6 now.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Murray with the basketball. The deficit is 6. Gets a look. Can't hit.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game, and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
To Paul George. Pass there, taken away by Denver. Porter gets it in the left corner. Jamal Murray had made his first couple, but he misses there. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Knocks it down from mid-range. Murray with it. His guys trail now by 4. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marcin Gortat. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. To Porter. Won't go. Leonard to George. Off the assist.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Denver ball right now. To Will Barton. Jokic to Porter. Kawhi Leonard tips it. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Shot clock to 4 for the Nuggets. To Will Barton. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Cleans it up. Great feed. Sets it up. The follow won't go either. Beverly into the front court. Up by 6. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. To Paul George. 4-3. Paul George is going to get 3 shots here. Hasn't missed yet. Knocks down the first. Second to 3. Got it. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. Barton into the front court. His guys down by 9. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Will Barton, a couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 75% so far tonight. First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2. George. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
First free throw is good. And gets both to drop at the line. Barton into the front court. His team down 9. Here comes the screen. To Will Barton. Deep left corner. Fine to shoot. Here's a chance from long range. And the rebound grabbed by the Clippers. George here against Jeremy Grant. LA with 4 to shoot. It's PG for 2. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. Slam dunk, Will Barton.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Patrick Beverly, not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
The drive, right to the basket. He wants it at the rim and scores.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Nuggets with the basketball. Easy path to the rim.
The defense needs to be in more of a stance and react better. A player with that kind of NBA talent level will get to the rim every time with moves like that.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Beverly. Jeremy Grant, tough matchup against George. Driving right to the basket. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Count the basket at the rim.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
It's Denver's ball. To Will Barton. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's a problem city.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul. Now the Nuggets signaling for timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Jamal Murray against George. Marcin Gortat with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Not today.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Beverly. They'll get it down low to Harrell. Mason Plumlee swats it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Clippers have it. To the rim, lays it up and in.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make two bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
The pass taken away by the Clippers.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called this.
And a putback slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
And a whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
And he connects on the first free throw. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Has a look. Not that time. Late heave to beat the buzzer. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Clippers are out in front. The Clippers with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
The Clippers with 4 to shoot to Gortat. Gortat rocking the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Leonard gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Beverly. Great defense, forcing the miss. Murray into the front court. The deficit now up to a dozen. Here comes the screen. Marcin Gortat rejects it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Beverly. He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Beverly. Jokic snares the rebound. Murray into the front court. His guys trail by 10. To Porter. To Jokic. To Porter. Jamal Murray. That one off the mark. It's no good. Leonard to Gortat. LA with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. Beverly's shot no good.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Add 2 points to the board. To Gortat. No, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Short jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
And the basket good at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Here's Leonard for 2. Off the mark. Well contested.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Millsap to Porter. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Denver as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the 4th quarter.
And I've been seeing a lot of barking back and forth between the players and the fans. I actually like that. I think that gets the players more engaged in the game, in particular sometimes when the game seems like it's dead air.
They'll work it down to Millsap. Oh, defender pulls the chair. Is in for 2.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Nuggets have the possession. Kawhi Leonard able to recover with the block. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Paul Millsap at the line for 2 shots. He struggled. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Shot clock winding down. Kawhi Leonard, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot, I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
Montrezl Harrell snatching it out of the air.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Williams into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. Swings it to Williams. Short jumper stays out. Murray with the basketball. His guys down by 9. To Jokic. Jamal Murray. He engulfed him that time.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Here's Leonard for 2. Rebound reeled in by the Nuggets. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
So many concerns about his strength and, more importantly, his durability. But he looks solid on that play.
Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard has got 2 shots coming, shooting 75% so far tonight. Misses the first. Good bounce back, hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Martin into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Jokic to Millsap. Short jumper misses. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Leonard. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
In the first half, he pretty much made every single shot. It was magical to watch. But now that you have drawn so much attention, try to get your teammates more involved.
Slam dunk, Will Barton.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
To Beverly. To Leonard. And Millsap there to get the rebound. Denver's got it. Porter to Jokic. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
LA with 4 to shoot. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Free throws coming up.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Kawhi Leonard, couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 66% in this contest. First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Nuggets have the possession. Can't connect from inside. To Gortat. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Jokic. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Missed the foul shot. PG lets it fly. And the rebound belongs to Denver. To Will Barton. Lets it fly from long range. Trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good. Trouble getting the ball across half court. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Paul Millsap pins it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Terrific vision. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Knocked loose. To Porter. Kawhi Leonard with a piece. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. Stuffs it down with authority.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
To Will Barton. The drive, right to the basket, right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
And it's the Nuggets with the board. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Will Barton at the line for 2 shots. He's been steady, 83% at the line. And hits the first free throw. 2 for 2 on that trip. And score. Strong take.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Denver ball right now. Barton on the drive, can't finish. And the finish at the rim.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Nice finish at the rim.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Feet for the win, unbothered by the defense as he drills it. Now whistle, timeout for Denver. They trail by 2. And the question, do they look for the tie in overtime, or do they go for it all with a 3? It's the Clippers who come away with the victory. They've taken a commanding lead in this best-of-7 series. 3 games to none. 1 victory left. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Clippers did what great teams do best: finish. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. The Nuggets are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. While they did put together quite a highlight reel of dunks in this matchup, they did not put together a win. As we all know, style points never show up on the scoreboard. Check out the leading scores for the Denver Nuggets.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Kawhi Leonard is the choice for what you're seeing here, and that's unselfish play. Tight passes, great timing, and an impressive basketball IQ. He earned more respect than what I already have for him.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.
Squad made to be. Go, Breeze.
I be paranoid, I gotta keep. I got like me this right in the money. I love it even though it's bad. I can't let none of these get into my head. And all my friends locked up, got caught up in the feds.